Welcome to Rossman Radio, the podcast where we dive deep into the journeys of entrepreneurs, founders, and e-commerce brands that are breaking through the noise and scaling like never before. I'm Elise, and Rossman Media is a trend-forward social media agency specializing in going viral and delivering 10x returns for the brands that we work with. Each week, I'll sit down with industry disruptors to talk about the highs, the lows, and the exact strategies that help them grow from their first sale to multi-million-dollar milestones. If you're ready to unlock what it really takes to win on social, build a community, and multiply your revenue, then you're in the right place. Let's get into it. Welcome back to Rossman Radio. I'm here with Ayussu from Emekao, and we're going to talk all things entrepreneurship and marketing today. She and her family have built an incredible business, and one that is built with traditional values and integrity and just wholesome ingredients and everything that they do. So I'm so excited to dive into it. Welcome.
Thank you so much for having me.
Yeah, of course. And I think what really stood out to us, and I know we talked about this before, is the story. Can you let them know a little bit about how you got into this, what your family's been doing, and how this beautiful thing was born?
Of course. So my name is Ayussu, and I am the founder of Emekao Foods. A little bit of story about the name. Emekao Foods means enterprise made for cacao. So at the time, I was trying to kind of have a business name with cacao in it, but because of the C, I couldn't see like a nice, catchy word. So it became enterprise made with cacao and cacao with the K. We started we started the company in 2017. And the reason I wanted to go with manufacturing the raw cacao beans to different cocoa ingredients, it's because I grew up in around cacao farms. So I've seen a lot of issues related to poverty, miseducation, deforestation, and of course, how little the small cocoa farmers get paid. So this is why I just decided to add value to their work, to be able to share the story with, the world, and just trying to do something better for our industry. Mm-hmm.
I love that. And do you feel like, let me back up. When did you first start the business?
Actually, since 2016.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Yes.
You feel like it's
before. Mm-hmm.
You feel like the industry has changed? I mean, cacao in general has been on quite the rise in the last 5 years.
That's right. A huge rise, and all of that, it was because of the shortage in cacao beans and the fact that some crops were just we were not able to kind of sell those crops. They were not usable, and but really the main reason, at least in our family farm, it was because of the climate change. We had so much drought and we were not able to meet our yields, and on top of that, the farmers we were not able to keep up because it also requires for a farm owner to support the farmers. So it was just a lot of things that nobody invests in the farmers in our countries where the cacao beans come from. So it's always the family or the farm owners that have to invest a lot of money. So it's capital intensive for sure. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, definitely. Do you feel like I feel like you haven't sacrificed your guys' values and like wanting to work directly with the farmers. And like, we're definitely in an industry where not everyone does that. And a lot of people will cut corners and do like fast manufacturing, fast whatever they can get, and just stamp a price on it just to get it to market. And what I love about your guys' business is that it's so true to your roots, and it's so true to what you guys set out to do back in 2016. What are some challenges that you guys have had over the years, and then how did you overcome them?
Oh yes, wow. Challenges, supply chain issues, not enough inventory to bring in. We literally had to kind of select who we will sell to because we didn't have enough. And then we had the flooding here in Vancouver. So for like 2 weeks straight, we were not able to produce anything. We had the water in the entire facility. I had my equipment broken. Well, I was not able to use my equipment. I lost some inventory. I had to throw some chocolate. And then before that, capital to build a chocolate factory. It's capital intensive in terms of even just if you want to, you need different spaces when you do your roasting. It has to be separated from the where you make the conching or the chocolate chips making. So all those construction, it was just a little bit over our budget. And then the pandemic, we had to shut down. We were not equipped to even have employees or having our when the pandemic hit, of course, we were not equipped. We didn't know what to do, how we should go about of the production. Now that we had that new situation, so all those things, come with a cost, and we were not prepared for that. But I will say, over the years, it's still our main issue is still bringing in a safety and efficient manner, bringing the raw material from Africa to North America, and making sure that we support more farmers as we grow. And how we overcome that is because the farmers actually, the family plantation invested in the business, so they
Oh,
supported.
wow.
Yeah, they supported us during the pandemic. They shipped the products. We had different payment plans, so we actually here today because the plantation supported us. And yeah, it's amazing. When you do something good, you will see how the community gives you back. It's simple as that. Yeah. Hmm.
Wow. Okay, you're
Yeah.
gonna start making people cry. Honestly, like, I feel like it's so true, and especially in marketing today, right? Like everyone is always so focused on how you can get the most trendy this or following the algorithm to a T or following these parameters. And I feel like we've really lost sight in marketing where it's really just about sharing your story and your why, because that's what's ultimately going to relate to so many people. And I can't tell you how many clients we have as an agency where we will like ask them first and foremost, hey, they'll hire us to do their social media, they'll hire us to do their creative, and they're like, okay, we'll do shoots and everything with all their products, and we'll host these incredible shoots, and we film a ton of really good stuff. But then we'll say, hey, like, can we do some shoots with you guys? Like, people want to hear your story. People want to hear, they don't always want to be sold to and see like a product in their face every day, or like, yes, the features and benefits are so important to share, but people want to buy from people that they can relate to, or they feel like they're a part of it, or if they have like a big community.
Mhm.
And our agency is really good at that. Like we're really good at getting owners outside of their boxes,
Mhm.
and we'll either come to them and say, hey, like we're going to come do a behind the scenes shoot.
Mhm.
You won't even know we're here, or like we'll have a few questions for you. And it makes a difference because all it takes is that one viral video, and it turns out something goes viral because it's you being your natural self, like telling your natural story. Like you don't have to have some like fancy production in order to do it. That's what I love so much about your brand. So, what would you say is on the horizon for Emco?
New product launch. We are actually focusing this year on having a little bit more retail products for consumers. So our new release is that wine made with the waste of the cacao. So with the cocoa husk, we fermented and then we created a wine. So the idea is to have different type of flavors, pineapple, apple, oranges, and we work again because our main story is getting the raw ingredients. Or now that we're gonna be making those flavor wines, working with fresh fruits that have been grown locally, and then creating that amazing wine. So we because um, since we started, well, we initially started as a B2B company. We were only servicing businesses, but we have seen so much support and love from consumers that we decided that, okay, we're going to create that retail line for hot chocolate mix, chocolate bars, and then, yes, the new products will be the cocoa husk wine. Yes.
That is so cool. That's definitely really cool. When do you feel like you're gonna go to market with the chocolate bars and the hot chocolate and the wine?
The hot chocolate mixes and the chocolate bars are already in the market, so that is a done deal. The chocolate wine, I'm still working with some food labs to make sure that it doesn't go higher than a certain level of alcohol. But, end of the year, the wine will be ready to be sold. And yes, the chocolate mixes on Amazon, our website, and some local retailers, and finger crossed, Whole Foods. That's a dream.
Fingers crossed.
That's a dream.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh. Well, oh my gosh.
Mhm.
Okay. Well, we definitely will be crossing our fingers for you.
Mhm.
Before I let you go, what is one piece of advice that you would give someone that's just kind of starting their entrepreneurial journey?
I will say it's important to start. You know, there is no project that saw uh, future if you don't start. I will say start with the minimum of investment. You need to be you need to make sure that you know what you're doing, and talk to the industry, talk to people, make sure that you have at least some data or some type of um, you know yes, data that you can collect and say, okay, this is the way I'm going to go about it. Who is your market? Who is willing to buy this thing? That's what I did. I remember when I started, I just had like raw cacao beans. I went to all chocolatiers, all chocolate makers. I brought the beans. And then when I was talking to them and getting their feedback on my cocoa beans, I realized that they wanted me to do the roasting because nobody was doing that. They wanted me to turn the beans into different cocoa ingredients. And with 100 surveys, I had like a market, a small market research, but I was able to say, okay, if I'm doing this, this is what my target market will want. This is what they care about. This is how much they're willing to pay. And this is how often they are willing to purchase. So I kind of went with the right kind of answers. I knew I had that direct connection. I knew when I first started, I knew what the supply chain will look like. And then pretty fast, I was able to kind of have like a minimum viable product. So I was able to say, hey, this will be the flavor of the chocolate. Would you be interested? So I will say, yeah, surround yourself by people who can support. Have some data to support your thoughts, and have a plan. And of course, your plan will change every year, every month, but it's okay. Yeah, it's okay.
Oh my gosh. Thank you so much. It was an absolute pleasure having you on and just sharing your story. So I really appreciate it. And we are excited for the wine.
Yes, I would love to work with you guys. Just the marketing behind it, and yes, making sure that people try it. It's an amazing product, full of antioxidant, magnesium. So yeah, everything is good in cacao for sure. Mhm.
Everything. Oh my gosh. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And we'll talk soon.
Talk soon.